shutting you out, leaving you out in the cold, maybe even going periods of time where there's no contact, where they seem very disconnected, and then other times them showing you, which is kind of like this here, kind of showing you that they're wanting to put forth effort and they're wanting to pursue, right? With that energy of leading towards you is kind of what I'm feeling like with this, okay? So if this doesn't really kind of match what you're going through with this person, I would say choose a different pile. Or like I said, check out one of the other readings that I do have in the playlist. So let's look also at some oracle cards here. We'll say, how is this person acting towards you? Pile 1. How are they acting towards you? Pile 1. We have imagination here, and it says fairy tales, fantasies, and dreams. So it can even be that this person is someone who, the way that they act towards you, they could be talking to you about future for some of you. And it could have been something that's happened maybe in the beginning of your connection with them, or even something that you may be experiencing now in which they're talking about you and them being together, planning this for the future, planning that for the future. But then it kind of makes you feel confused here because there is that hot and cold type of behavior coming from this person, right? Maybe it feels like sometimes they're talking about, dreams that they have, maybe about the two of you being together. Maybe for some of you, this person actually does dream about you and they tell you about those dreams there. So let's see what else. How do they act towards you? We have, look at that, not today. It says boundaries and hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing, and still upset. So it could even be that at times with this person, if this person maybe see they get triggered, and they can be kind of putting up the wall, that King of Swords energy, Five of Pentacles, shutting you out, avoiding conversation, communication, talking about feelings, expression of feelings. Maybe even if they are someone who, I don't know, I'm thinking kind of like a difficult conversation. Let's just say this person has difficulties with opening up and expressing their feelings, and you want to talk about feelings, you want to talk about them. And as soon as you talk about, something having to do with the future or being together or, the future of your connection, this person shuts down, you know? Like maybe they are even somebody who gets uncomfortable with their feelings, and so they may kind of create something out of nothing is kind of what I'm getting with that energy. Let's see what else. How do they act towards you? How number 1. How did your person act towards you? Okay, so we got holding on here, hung up, clinging, obsessing, right? So at times to me, it's like maybe this person shows you that there's a strong attachment that they have towards you. Maybe they kind of show a little bit of obsessive behavior, or that there is attachment, right? Maybe if there's someone who kind of ghosts or blocks or shuts you out, and then maybe some of you guys have like that connection with the person where even if you guys separate or go non-contact, it's like you come right back together. Okay, is maybe this person showing you that. So let's see, how do they act towards you? Look at that, masking feelings, okay? Pretending, bluffing, exaggerating, but we've got a mask here, okay? So whatever that mask is symbolic for you, maybe they show you no feelings at all, no interest at times, maybe scared to talk about their feelings, scared to talk about the future for some of you, or even to address certain things, maybe hiding a certain aspect of themselves, maybe they act completely different in front of you at times. So let's see what else. How do they act towards you? Pile 1. We also have peace here, and it says balance, harmony, and also friendship. Okay, so some of you, it can even be like, let's just say you're in a situationship or a friends with benefits type of situation, in which it makes it hard for you to see whether or not it's going to take things to the next level, right? Maybe this person goes from, what I'm seeing here, we have boundaries, feeling hurt, avoiding conversation, not today, right? Versus peace. Like this person maybe kind of has this pattern where things happen challenges, conflict, differences between the two of you, and then kind of coming back in here with, let's try to make things right, let's try to smooth things over. Some of you could even be feeling like you're friend zone. Like, does this person even want to be with me? Right? Underneath the deck, we have poker face here, and it says taking a chance, risks, and also options. For some of you, it can even literally be that this person, are they dating someone else? Right? Have they told you they're not ready to settle down? Or to me, the poker face here is kind of like that King of Swords. You can't really tell, right? With that type of person, the way that they're maybe not very expressive with talking about their heart, their feelings, their emotions here. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Let's go actually into these ones here. And then we're going to start on the how they actually feel. So let's finish this act. How are they acting towards you? Pile 1. How do they act towards you? We have new cycle here. And it says new beginnings of a cycle, making a fresh new start. Okay. So yeah, kind of what I'm seeing here, kind of like that hot and cold back and forth type of energy here, with the peace, harmony, coming from this place of feeling avoidant of conversation or even avoidant of you, maybe for some of you, and then also starting over again, like this cycle that you guys may go through with that. Let's see, how do they act? We have unrequited. It says one-sided love, not enough attraction, or feelings are not mutual. So they may be acting like maybe your feelings are stronger than theirs. Like I said, for some of you, pushing you away, shutting you out, making you feel like the connection is imbalanced. Like, do I care more for this person than they actually care for me, right? There is an imbalance that's here from what they're acting like. And it could even be the complete opposite. It could be you were the person that is shutting them out, and they're the ones that are hung up, claimed, obsessed, trying to pursue, and you could be the person who's kind of pushing them away. Okay, so let's see. How do they act? Under 1. Look at that. We have friendship again. Friend zoned, friendship before love, building trust and foundation, right? So it can even be like I'm getting kind of like a little bit of a lag with taking things to the next level, right? Maybe this person not showing you that they see you as more than a friendship or situationship type of situation. Maybe there are trust issues, not wanting to move things ahead too quickly. We also have dating here, and it says ready to start dating, meeting new love interests, and also getting over someone. So, I mean, some of you literally could be dating this person, or they could be maybe even making you feel like they're still looking. Like, are they not even feeling happy or settled with this connection with you? They may even be showing you a little bit of a guarded energy because maybe they are someone who's still healing, getting over someone from their past. Okay. And it may make you feel like, does this person even like me? Does this person even interested in me? Because they're not showing me, with the way that they're acting, like they actually want this to move forward. Maybe they, like I said, avoid conversations about commitment, about marriage, about future, about planning, about talking about feelings. It's kind of what I'm getting at. And I'm also seeing fights at the bottom of the deck, arguments, creating drama, and also moments of tension that you might find in the way that they act with you. Okay, so we're going to do now, we're going to look at how do they actually feel towards you. Okay, so let's actually, I feel like I want to save these over here just so we can, if we need to, unpack these here. Okay, so let's give these a little shuffle, and we're going to look at how they actually feel towards you, pile 1. How does pile 1's person actually feel towards them? How do they actually feel towards you? We have the 6 of Wands. We have the 9 of Wands. 10 of Swords. Wow. I almost feel like this person is kind of like they feel like they're going to get hurt. It's like for some of you, I'm getting trust issues because the Ten of Wands can, or I'm sorry, Ten of Swords can talk about a painful ending, betrayal. Some of you, this Ten of Swords can even be like if you've had a breakup with this person, that this person may be feeling very wounded, very guarded, like if you're someone from their past. Okay. How do they actually feel towards you, pile number one? We have the Eight of Swords. This is a lot of negative thinking, a lot of being in their head, over-analyzing, overthinking things, self-limiting beliefs that are blocking this person coming very wounded. Like I said, some of you can be from past stuff that they've gone through, or it can even be something they've experienced with you. But for some of you, if this person has been hurt or betrayed or really, really hurt by something in their past, this energy is here. And because of that, I feel like with the Eight of Swords, it's like this self-sabotaging type of energy is blocking this person. But with the Six of Wands energy here, I feel like this person does recognize you as someone, if they feel drawn to, they feel feelings for. Let's see what else. How do they actually feel towards child one? We have Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini. We have the Nine of Pentacles, King of Cups. Yep, this person has some really, really deep feelings towards you, okay? Very deep feelings. Lots of care, lots of love. The King of Cups. Okay, look at this. King of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. This is anxiety, fears, worries. Okay, so what I'm kind of getting from your person as far as how they actually feel, there are some deep feelings here, okay, with that King of Cups. The King of Pentacles, I feel like this person does see that you really are someone that they can see themselves being committed to for the long term, okay, long term. But we're seeing the, look at that, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords. This is a lot of mental anguish, a lot of anxiety. And if you look even at this Nine of Swords, how these swords are kind of on top of all this heart, right? Almost like blocking this person's heart space. Like the fears and the anxieties are blocking this person from, I feel like, allowing you in completely is kind of what this picture gives to me, right? Because the heart is behind those Nine of Swords that are symbolic of the anxiety, the fears, the worries, the anxiety, the sleepless nights, the just kind of way in their head, overthinking things, thinking a lot of negative things, negative thoughts. And I feel like a lot of that is about being hurt. Very guarded energy. Nine of Wands here is very wounded. The Nine of Wands, I look at that, it's kind of like the wounded warrior type of energy. Someone, and for some of you, the Nine of Wands can really talk about this being new territory for this person, meaning that if they have been someone who's been really hurt in their past, them kind of stepping outside of their comfort zone again, maybe after they've been hurt in the past, can be something that is, like I said, new territory for them. I feel like you are someone who's very standout to this person. This person recognizes you as someone being very important to them in their life. And there can also be, I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles here, this person sees you as someone who's very stable, very grounded, very, maybe even very independent, financially independent. You could bid someone who's really worked really hard to get to where you're at in your life. And I feel like with the King of Cups energy here, this person does have some very, very strong feelings of unconditional love, compassion. But yeah, I'm just getting like this person is allowing themselves to allow these fears, these insecurities, these blockages to block them from allowing you in, right? But yes, they really see you as someone they could be with for long-term, committed partnership. It could even be a little bit of fears for this person about going from being single to in a committed long-term relationship partnership. Okay, so let's get the oracle messages here. Let's see. And then we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got lots of Gemini energy here. Virgo, let's see. How, guess this one wants to come out. Okay, so we got pregnancy. It says getting pregnant, building a family, giving birth to something, okay? So some of you could be literally this person wants or sees you as someone they could have a family with. Some of you, this pregnancy can be symbolic of a new beginning, right? Creating a new beginning between the two of you. Maybe for some of you, you have family already with this person. But yeah, to me, it's like this person sees you. How they feel is that they would want you to be with them. I feel like for the long term, maybe even have children if that's something that you both decide or choose to do. And see here, how do they actually feel towards pile number one? Look at that. Love offer. And it says a sincere offer of love, a romantic gift, or even an expression of love. Okay, so yes, this person definitely over here was what we're seeing. This person putting on the poker face, hot and cold type of behavior, intensity. For somebody, like I said, abandonment, rejection, acting like they're not as interested as they really are, that they don't have that strong of feelings, but they really do. Okay, we have opposites here, and it says differences creating a barrier, love and strife, love versus ego, and also two opposing forces, right? So they can even feel that the two of you guys maybe at times have some maybe conflict, right, that needs to be resolved between the two of you, or that there are differences that are creating challenges in your connection, right? And it is maybe some of which is their own insecurities, their own self-limiting beliefs that are kind of getting in the way, right? Love versus ego to me is allowing themselves to just open up, right? Like this King of Cups, versus allowing their ego to get in the way with the Six of Wands. Okay, is what I'm also seeing there. So let's see what else. How do they actually feel towards you? Of a wand. How do they actually feel towards you? We have the rival here, and it says they chose someone else over you. Okay, this may not be for all of you. They chose someone else over you, and though it wasn't what they wanted, they thought it was the right thing to do. Okay, so they could be feeling some type of conflict within themselves. Okay, how do they actually feel towards pile one? Look at that. Choices. There is a choice they have to make. They know time is not on their side and risk losing you forever if they don't. How do they feel towards you? We have the journey, and it says this love journey may be long and challenging, but so long as you are with them, you'll never walk alone. Okay, so some of you, it's kind of giving me this feeling that maybe things are a little bit kind of drawn out here. Maybe you've been waiting, for this person to kind of make up their mind or make a decision or to show you that they're wanting to put forth some type of solid, committed effort and be consistent, right? Let's see. How are they feel? And for some of you, if you're already in a relationship with this person, it could be renewal of that love, right? Trying to fix things, trying to work past your differences, and really try to bring renewal into the relationship. Okay, so take it how it resonates to your specific situation. How do they actually feel towards you? Pile number one. How they actually feel. We have blocks removed. So this can be something they're really trying to work towards. This maybe a lot of themselves, right? The things that they acknowledge. We have blocks removed with rejection and also communication. Okay, so maybe if this person has been someone who's pushed you away or rejected you in the past, I don't know. Maybe some of you, this person literally had blocked you, social media, the phone, that could be the case. Like if they're blocking you as some type of, I don't know, apps, social media, email, we have blocks being removed here. Maybe this is what they feel, that they want to remove those blockages from no longer pushing you away, but to actually open up and communicate. And at the bottom of the deck, I'm seeing holding on here. Okay, so basically this is saying that how does this person feel? They don't want to let go, right? There's something about this connection, something about you that they're really wanting to hold on to, because like I said, I feel like this person does see that you are someone that they want to be able to work on these blockages that they do have, in order to try to resolve things with you, make things better. Now, if you are someone who's in a situation where this person ended up choosing someone else, then look at how they're feeling towards you, right? It could be that they're not wanting to let go. They're wanting to try to make this work, even if it means there are, I feel like, certain sacrifices that have to be made. They know they have a choice to make, is what Spirit is saying. And they know that if they delay in making that choice that you could walk, right? You could walk away, you could let go from this person. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you, pile number 1. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I'm going to see you in the next week. Hi, pile 2. So those of you that resonated with the Amazonite, this is going to be a reading, and we're doing how they act versus how they actually feel towards you. So this can be for those of you where this is a specific love interest that you do have on your mind. So just keep in mind it is a general reading. Not all the messages may resonate to your situation perfectly. If it doesn't feel right at all, then it may just not be the reading for you today. Okay, you can feel more than welcome to check out and pick a card playlist. I do have other readings posted on this subject as well. So pile number 2, we're going to look at how they act towards you first. Pile 2, how is your person acting, or how does your person act towards you? And if this part doesn't fit with how they act towards you, you may want to choose a different pile, okay? How do they act towards you? Pile 2. We have the Hangman. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the 7 of Pentacles. And then we also have the 9 of Swords. Okay, so let's got some oracle messages here. Okay, so we am seeing some Gemini, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus. So how do they act towards you? Pile number 2. We have leveling up here, and it says ascension, elevation, and maturity. How do they act towards you? Pile 2. We have cycles here, waiting, time. So some of you may be like, this person is, I feel like from taking, almost makes me feel like taking things to the next level with you. Because the Hangman energy is this energy of a pause, okay? Kind of like an energy of limbo. Things maybe not progressing, maybe even feeling a little bit stagnant with the connection between you and this person. We do have the 9 of Swords energy here, so it can even be that this person is acting very anxious, maybe about talking about feelings, revealing feelings, but the Queen of Cups, I am getting that this person does show romantic interest in you. They show or express romantic feelings in some way. Even if they're not saying it, they're acting like it, right? They're acting like they have romantic interest there. But with the 7 of Pentacles energy here, it could be this person is taking some time to really reevaluate, reassess their feelings, their emotions. From things, we have leveling up here with waiting, with cycles, right? So for some of you, it can be like you feel and they acting like they have romantic feelings towards you, but you're like, okay, what now? What's next? It's kind of like how this person is making you feel based off of their actions here, okay? So let's see, how do they act towards you? How to... We have separation, and it says distance, space, blockage, okay? So it could be blockages with, I mean, literally this person can have you blocked, or you guys can have each other blocked. Some of you may be in separation at this time, or separated from this person, broken up. They could be creating distance from you, okay? Let's see what else. How do they act towards pile number 2? Holding on. Look at that. How not clinging and also obsessing. So maybe to me, this is an attachment. This person is acting like they're still attached to you. They're maybe even may show a little bit of obsessive energy, clinging on to you. Okay? Not letting you go. Even if you go through these periods, I feel like, of separation, and you're just kind of like waiting for this person, right? Let's see. How do they act towards you? We have falling apart. Wow. It says despair, hopeless, and also sinking. Okay. So maybe for some of you, this person could either be going through something in their personal life, or it can even be that this person feels a little hopeless. Maybe they feel like it's difficult for them to, open up, express. For some of you, if you are separated because of reasons, outside influence that is creating blockages for the two of you, it could even be that they feel kind of hopeless with this situation between the two of you. Okay, maybe feeling like I cannot fix this, or I don't know how to fix this. Maybe if there is separation, they don't know how to resolve the situation between the two of you. Let's get one more. How do they act towards you? So some of you can either be right now, currently, if you guys are in separation, maybe there's no contact. Okay, maybe there is no contact between the two of you. And it kind of feels like your whole connection at this time is like on pause. Okay. And I feel like because of the way that they're acting with that Queen of Cups, that they are someone who has shown some romantic interest that's there. And then we have detaching here. It's so slowly parting, disconnecting, and drifting. Okay. So it almost makes me feel like this person, maybe they have acted a little bit detached. Okay. Because they will say this, that hangman is when we kind of take a step back so that we can really gain some perspective on a situation. So if this person is feeling these romantic feelings with the Queen of Cups, feelings of love, admiration, care, concern, compassion, sensitive with their feelings, their emotions. Maybe that, because we do have that Nine of Swords there, which is feeling very anxious, nervous, right, about future. Maybe the expression of that. So they may feel like I need to take a step back. I need some time to take some time to evaluate, right? Reassess things, reassess my feelings. And so it could be that they are acting very detached at times, right? With the detachment, the separation, with getting things they feel like to mature, their own feelings to mature, or even to me with this leveling up here is, maybe acting like they want things to progress and move forward, but also maybe giving you some mixed signals with this energy here as well. Okay, so let's get some oracle. How are they acting towards you? Pile 2. How are they acting towards you? We have angry. Okay, it says resentment, feeling invalidated, mistreated, or even being triggered. Okay, so that can be different depending on what you've got going on with this person. Being triggered, though, may be a thing. Okay. Let's see. How are they acting towards you? We also have happiness, finding happiness, happy ending, feeling blessed and grateful. And then we also have foolish here, foolish choices. Okay. So they could be acting like they're making decisions and you're just like, I don't know why, right? We have acting careless, not serious, playing games and tricks, right? So maybe there is a level of immaturity this person is also acting like. Maybe there's decisions this person makes that make you angry. Maybe if they're making you like wait, or if they're creating distance here between the two of you. Okay. So what I want to do, I want to look now at how they actually feel towards you. Okay. So we're going to put these right off to the side, just in case we need to refer back to them. But I am going to put your Queen of Cups right there. And we're going to look now at how this person actually feels towards you. All right, so for some of you, I'm feeling like maybe things are a little bit stagnant. As this person is showing you romantic feelings, they're acting like they are romantically interested, and maybe taking things to the next level is something that there is stagnancy. Maybe this person's pulling away. So how do they actually feel towards you? Pile number 2. How do they actually feel? We have the 8 of Swords. That is a lot of self-sabotaging thoughts, self-limiting beliefs, okay, negative thinking, pessimistic thinking. How do they actually feel? Knight of Swords, the Fool. Okay, so what I'm getting with the way that this person feels is that even though, yes, we have this 8 of Swords coming in with the negative thinking, the Knight of Swords energy is about taking quick, decisive action. Okay. And I feel like with the Fool energy here, it is that this person is wanting to make the decision to take the risk or take the leap of faith. with the connection and just kind of open themselves up to the potential and possibilities of this. We also have the Seven of Wands here. The Seven of Wands, yes, can be a little bit of a defensive or even guarded type of energy, but the Seven of Wands is also about perseverance, right? So even if there are some challenges that are there within your connection, it's like this person actually feels like they want to face them. They want to face those challenges that are there. Let's see, how do they actually feel towards you, pile 2? Six of Wands. How do they actually feel towards pile number 2? King of Cups. And I just noticed we have the King and the Queen. Okay. Page of Wands. And then we also have the Ten of Wands here. Okay. And then I've seen the Ten of Cups at the bottom. So I feel like this person actually feels that the two of you have, and a way that I look at this with the Queen and King of Cups, it could even be that this person feels like you guys are soulmates. Okay? You have a very strong emotional bond and connection with one another. And I feel like this person, you are someone that this person does recognize. You are stand out to them. There is attraction, there's desire. The King of Cups energy is showing this person has some really strong romantic feelings towards you. With the Ten of Cups at the bottom, you know, the Ten of Cups is really one of the most beautiful cards within the tarot. This is speaking about feeling completely fulfilled emotionally, right? The happiest that they've ever been, happiest they ever felt. And so I feel like this person is wanting to take some type of action to putting these, like, to just stop with the negative thinking, right? The Ten of Wands could be where they felt so overwhelmed, they felt stressed, they felt heaviness, burden, maybe even from opening up with their feelings and wanting, I feel like with the Knight of Swords energy, to kind of cut through that energy here and really kind of bring this cycle of where they have been holding themselves back to an end. Okay? The Page of Wands to me is this person wanting to feel excited about passion, about love, about the connection that the two of you guys do have with each other, enough to start. For some of you, it could be starting over, starting new, a new journey with each other for a romantic connection between the two of you. Okay, which is kind of what I'm seeing here. So yeah, this person does feel some really strong feelings, emotions towards you. And I just want to take a look really quick at what we had with that. Okay, so we have the leveling up here, ascension, maturity, elevation, right? To me, it was kind of like symbolic of you taking your connection to the next level, right? With this person waiting. And then we have the hangman energy, which, like I said, is kind of like that energy of really gaining some perspective on the feelings that they have here, right? Enough to see that the seven or the Eight of Swords energy is their own self-limiting beliefs that are blocking them, enough for them to take that Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, and be able to move beyond the challenges that are here, which is that Eight of Swords, the Ten of Wands, maybe too. Okay? So yeah, we have happiness here, finding happiness, happy ending, feeling blessed and grateful. And that is the Ten of Cups, right? Was what they really feel here. So let's go into some oracle messages. So we do have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have some Aquarius energy here. Gemini, Libra, Aries, Leo, Sag. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so let's go into these ones here. How do they actually feel towards you? Pile number 2. Okay, so we have guarded. And it says they are still very guarded and trapped behind their own emotional defenses. Allow them to fall in love in steps. Okay? So this is Spirit saying here, let them take their time. Let them take their time, because there is definitely feelings that are here, right? This person feeling this connection with you. King of Cups, Queen of Cups. So let them fall in love in steps is what Spirit is saying. We also have coming apart, and it says meeting you was unexpected. You changed their whole world forever. Feeling lost as they lose their old identity. So how do they actually feel towards you, pile 2? We have endings here. And it says they entered your life to test you, teach you, and bring out the very best in you. Now their part in your story is over. Okay. So whatever this old cycle of, I feel like, of, the way that they had been doing things, you can't continue forward with that energy, right? And for some of you, literally, if this person is now out of your life and they're no longer there, right? They may still feel this connection, this energy towards you. But maybe for whatever reasons with the endings here, maybe it's not possible for the two of you guys to be together. Okay, so take that how it resonates. But yeah, I'm feeling, Lionel, like kind of like this old energy in the way that they were approaching things will not allow them to progress and move forward with this connection with that. They have to change, right? They have to let go of the old self, the old ways of doing things. So let's see, pile 2. We also have family tree here. And it says there's cultural differences. So this may not resonate for all of you. But it says there's cultural differences, different values, beliefs, or traditions that pose a challenge to this connection. So how do they actually feel towards you? Pile 2. We have waiting, right? So it could be them waiting for you. They're wanting you to wait for them. How do they actually feel? Inseparable, right? So they may feel like you are their person. You're the person they want to be with, right? Maybe when the two would be together, everything just clicks. We have romance here, romantic feelings. We have flirtation and also surprise here. So yeah, very romantic, very flirty energy. This person, this feeling. We have surprise here, so it could even be that maybe this connection caught them by surprise, or it could even maybe something that this person is planning, right? Maybe to surprise you with that. So let's see. How do they actually feel? Tile 2. Self-delusion. And this is not seeing reality clearly, lying to yourself, false notions about things, right? So really depending on what's happening in this person's life, they could be, in a place of delusion. Let's just say if, different values, different beliefs, maybe cultural stuff, right? Maybe they're keeping themselves stuck in that delusion that they need to abide by, follow, whatever that may be. Okay, I understand that with culture, religion, certain things, yes, they can, with their families and, society and things like that, it makes it difficult, especially for those of you that are like in arranged marriage situations and have some culture, religious differences that say that you cannot date outside of that religion or outside of that, right? However, those can be things that are looked at as self-limiting beliefs that we have, right? So yeah, maybe they're in a place in their life right now where they're not seeing reality clearly. Maybe they need to really stop lying to themselves or stop keeping themselves uh, in a place where they're not able to make decisions from a clear head space. Okay, so whatever that may be for them, maybe for some of you, if you're dealing with third party situations in which a person feels like, oh, I have to stay in this marriage or I have to stay in this situation, right? Where they're not recognizing that they have the ability to remove themselves out of situations they don't really want to be in, or that they're no longer finding happiness within their life and they can choose something different, right? It is possible. So maybe they're, whatever, this person is lying to themselves about something. Let's see what else. How do they actually feel? Pile 2. We have broken promises, and it says misled, trust is broken and unreliable, right? So maybe this person has given you some broken promises, or maybe the opposite. Maybe you've given them broken promises, okay? Maybe they feel that it is hopeless for them in some way, okay? We also have beauty here, and it says intimidated by your beauty. Your beauty stands out, and also physical attraction. How do they actually feel towards you? Reconciliation, okay? Want to work things out. They will return, and it says there's unfinished business between the two of you, okay? So this may be for those of you that are maybe separated from this person, okay? So I'm going to leave it here for you, part 2. I hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Pile 3. So those of you that resonated with the Labradorite, this is going to be a reading today, and we're finding out how your person is acting towards you versus how they actually feel. Okay, so those of you that are watching this for a specific romantic interest on your mind, how they act versus how they feel. So let's get to how they act first. If this part of the reading doesn't really resonate with how they're acting towards you, then you may want to choose a different pile. I also have this reading available in the playlist as well. Let's see, pile number 3. How do they act towards you, pile number 3? How do they act towards you, pile number 3? Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. How do they act towards you? Now, the Knight of Pentacles is going to be a very, very slow moving energy. So it could be that this person does show you that there is, like, maybe they're just someone who kind of takes things really slow, very cautious with how they progress, which can be a little frustrating, I'm assuming, for you, especially if you're wanting to kind of see where is this connection headed. It could be that this person is just kind of very slow, very slow with it. So let's see. How do they act towards you? Pile number 3. King of Cups. King of Swords. Queen of Swords. Wow. Okay. So what I'm kind of getting from this is we have the King of Cups energy here. So I feel like this person may act like they have some very strong care towards you. Like, the King of Cups is an energy or an embodiment of an energy of unconditional love and compassion, and but the King of Cups is also going to express his feelings in a very mature and very calm way, meaning this person is not going to say I love you every 5 minutes. They're going to show you that they care and that there's feelings there, but the way that they express them, say, is going to be a little bit different than you would expect, say, from like the Knight of Cups, where the Knight of Cups is like, just full on wearing their heart on their sleeve. The King of Cups has a little bit more of a calming, mature approach to love. And so it may kind of come across as this person, like, you can tell they're acting like they have romantic interests there, but they may not be as expressive, I would say, because you do have both the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords energy. So they may even come across as I just kind of get this vibe from the King of Cups is just very cool, calm, collected. Yes, I'm romantically interested in you. Yes, I'm acting like it, but also those of you, I would say, like, if you're used to like, let's just say you're someone who really puts your feelings out there, you talk about them, you express them, and then you meet with somebody who is like the King of Cups. And it kind of like, you're like, what's going on here? Like, does this person even like me? Because it's sometimes, yes, I feel like this person is acting like they have romantic interests that's there, right? And that may be sometimes a need for us to really kind of look within ourselves. Like, do we need, kind of like, do we have like the same love language as this person? Do we express our feelings in a different way, where some people like to be told, I love you and I care about you and I this and I that. Whereas, another person may have a very different way of showing their love or expressing their heart to you. And sometimes if we're used to, a certain way, and someone kind of comes into our life and shows us love in a very different way, and also if we have any like insecurities, right, within ourselves, sometimes we can feel like, okay, because this person is showing love in this different way, this doesn't make me feel loved, right? Um, Giving you guys kind of like an example, my past history with dating, I've been someone who was super insecure, and I was someone who needed, right? I needed someone to um, tell me, right, that they love me, and then show me through who, acts of things, right, kindness or things that they were doing for me, where, like, when I met my husband was very different, right? Very different in the way that he showed and expressed his feelings and his emotions towards me. I still knew, like, I could feel that there was love that was there, but it was different. And that was something that I had to find calm in and find peace in, and just knowing that I didn't need to have someone tell me, let's just say, all the time that they love me. Because I could feel it based off of what their actions were, right? So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting here, is that your person is acting like there is romantic interest that's there, right? They may take their time, they may be a little bit slow, maybe even to open up and express, because with the King and Queen of Swords, these are going to be a little bit more of a, say, guarded energy. They can be someone who is maybe not, you can't read them. You can't read their feelings because they come in with that King of Cups approach to love and the expression of those feelings, right? They're more mature with that. They're not going to be, like I said, super like talking and communicating and expressing, maybe that is something that you need as your love language, right? That I'm feeling like this person just has a different way of approaching love towards you with that. They can also be someone with both the King and Queen of Swords here, who you feel a very strong kind of like connection with intellectually, and you could talk to them, and you guys maybe are very open and honest with each other. And for some of you, it could be straight out, that this person does talk to you very openly, honestly about their feelings that they do have towards you, but they're just a little bit slow with the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe they're a little slow moving, right, with how they do things. But yeah, I'm just kind of getting this energy here from this person that maybe it's like I said, sometimes it happens when we are a little insecure, or where we have our own stuff, that own healed wounds and triggers and things like that, where when someone has a different way of showing and expressing love that they have towards us, it can kind of catch us off guard, and it can make us feel like we're not being loved, not feeling like we're being loved. Okay, so let's see. So take that how it resonates. Okay, let's look at your oracle. Okay, so pile 3, how do they act towards you? We have vulnerable. Okay, it says open heart, receptive, and softness. Okay, and I would see the King of Cups would allow himself to be more open, receptive. Okay, whereas the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, not so much. So maybe even for some of you, it can be that this person kind of goes back and forth between talking about expression of feelings, but maybe not so like way out there, because like I said, the King of Cups takes on a more calming approach to that, whereas the King of Swords is going to come across as more detached, or a little bit I feel like even guarded or cold with communication. Okay, but let's see what else. How do they act towards you? We have silence, and it says frozen, stillness, no words. So some of you may even be no contact with this person right now. Okay, or maybe this person doesn't talk about being open, doesn't talk about being, maybe they're put a little bit of a wall up, right? That they do have these deep feelings here, but then kind of put the wall up with that King, Queen of Swords. Okay, not as expressive, I feel like. Maybe, let's see. We also have withdrawn. Okay, single, lonesome, solitary. So those of you, how's this person acting? Right, quiet, withdrawn. We also have broken-hearted here, and we also have finality. So broken-hearted, damaged, shattered, destroyed. So for some of you, this person is still healing from something from their past, and you know that. It could be acting maybe a little bit guarded. Okay, maybe acting withdrawn, even though you can tell because they're acting at times that they do have those feelings. Okay, we do have brokenhearted and finality here. So for some of you, it can even be that if you've had a breakup with this person, right, had a breakup with them, uh, maybe there is this silence, right? Maybe this person is not talking to you, right? You guys are not speaking to each other right now. And it's feeling withdrawn, although you may still feel that love that this person does have towards you. Okay? I am feeling for some of you, because we have both the King and the Queen of Swords here, that this person does feel that there is a very strong connection between the two of you. Some of you can even be that this person acts or even tells you, right, that they may have dreams about you, or that they envision the two of you being together, or for some of you, even maybe even some type of telepathic type of connection that you still feel from this person, right? That even though you guys are, let's just say for some of you that are broken up, even though there is no contact, even though they are withdrawn from you right now, you still feel their heart. You still feel that energy. Let's see. How do they act towards you? We have the coffee cup here, and it says meeting and talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, and also building friendship, right? So let's just say some of you that are broken up from this person right now, maybe when the two of you talk and communicate with each other, this person does act a little bit guarded, does act a little bit detached, but you can still feel that they still love you, or that there's still feelings that are still there, right? Maybe this person wants to open up and be open, vulnerable with you, receptive to it, like their heart is open. But that's kind of what I'm seeing there. So let's see. Let's get these oracles. Okay, so we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We also have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. How do they act towards you? Pile 3. We have bad intentions, and it says red flags, lies and secrets, and it says be vigilant and protect yourself. Okay, so it may even be that this person, the way that they act towards you is that maybe they're kind of throwing up some red flags that you're noticing, or it can even be that this person is acting like they see red flags from you, and that's kind of like putting them on high alert where they need to feel like they need to withdraw themselves. Okay, so take that however that resonates. The energy is fluid within the tarot. How do they act towards you? Have free. We have out in the cold. Okay, so for some of you, this person could have abandoned, ghosted. They could be shutting you out. They could be making you feel rejected, or they could be acting like that maybe you've rejected them, right? They could be someone who's choosing to isolate themselves right now, pull themselves away from you. Okay, how do they act towards you? We have regret. Wow, it says feeling guilty, remorseful, wanting to undo the damage. Right, so maybe if this person, maybe if they feel like they've done something wrong, maybe they're showing some type of regret over that. Okay, let's just say somebody that have broken up here, maybe this person is making you or acting like they want to meet up with you, talk to you, trying to rebuild even. And then we have love activation here. It says awakening, heart space opening, also twin flame ascension for those of you that are on the twin flame journey. Okay. Yeah, but we have love activation, this person's heart space opening here. And then we also have vulnerable here, open heart, receptive, softness. So yeah, even though there could be a little bit of that guarded energy there with the King and Queen of Swords, maybe for some of you, they're acting like they want to open up. But maybe there is still some, I don't know, maybe for some of you with the bad intentions here, maybe they feel like there's issues with trust, especially if your connection had gotten really toxic. Or there's been any, certain patterns of behavior that were creating blockages in your connection with this person, right? Whether those red flags are something that they're seeing within you and they're acting like, this is a red flag for me, I need to pull back, or it's vice versa. Okay. So what I want to do, we're going to look now at how they actually feel towards you. Okay. Then we're just going to put these over here on the side. We're going to give a tarot a quick shuffle here. So how do they actually feel towards you? Pile 3. How do they actually feel towards you? Pile 3. How do they actually feel towards you? 9 of Swords, which is anxiety, fears, worries, overthinking things, overanalyzing. How do they actually feel? 6 of Wands, their ego, I feel like, is kind of getting in the way, or ego is kind of coming in with these fears. Okay. How do they actually feel towards you? Pile 3. King of Wands. How do they actually feel? 3 of Swords. Okay, so that 3 of Swords energy is that for some of you feeling of disappointment or sadness, pain, loss, suffering, heartache. Okay, this person is feeling. So it's definitely mixed energy here. mixed feelings, mixed energy with the way this person actually feels. The King of Wands, I feel like also is this person feeling that there is intensity, there's passion, there's attraction, there's desire, right? So let's see, how do they actually feel towards you? Ace of Wands, okay? So that is a spark, feeling chemistry, feeling attraction, maybe even for some of you reigniting things between the two of you if they've if especially if you had a breakup. We have the Knight of Swords. This person is wanting to take some type of decisive action or even some type of communication. Eight of Swords. How do they actually feel? Queen of Cups. Okay, and I think we had, didn't we have? Yeah, we have the King of Cups here too, and then we have the Queen and King of Swords. So some of you, it could even be literally a twin flame for some of you that are on. You know this is your twin. For others of you, it could even maybe be a soulmate. Maybe even for some of you, a karmic partner, because we did have the, I don't know, to me this kind of gives off the maybe even some type of karmic cycle or karmic connection for some of you. So take it how it resonates. It's your connection. You know it better than a general reading does. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what it is, but we've got this energy here. And I feel like as far as this person, how they actually feel, that there's still care, there's love here. Okay, and I'm saying there is still, because we have this energy of a breakup here. So some of you, it could be that you're separated from this person right now, but for those of you that are actually with this person, I feel like with the Queen of Cups energy here, there's definitely love that's here towards this person. This person's still feeling a lot of that loving romantic feelings towards you, but I'm also getting there is blockages that are here. Okay, so either this Three of Swords is kind of happening from something that you've experienced with this person in which there is some type of heartache or loss. Some of you can even be a third party situation. Okay, with that Three of Swords can sometimes talk about affairs or third party love triangle situations with that Three of Swords. So if that is the case, it could be that this person, the way that they feel is that they want to come towards you, I feel like, but there are these blockages here, I feel like, with the Nine of Swords here, the Eight of Swords, which is going to be a lot of them keeping themselves stuck in a mental prison of negative thinking, negative thoughts that could be blocking them from allowing this connection to progress and move forward. Okay, and that may also be part of the reason why how they're acting towards you is that Knight of Pentacles, which is very cautious, very slow, especially if you've had issues with this person with the bad intentions. If this person is still seeing red, let's just say this person is seeing red flags in you, right? Or red flags that are coming up as triggers for this person, even if it has nothing to do with you. Okay, because sometimes we are meeting and connecting with people that have trauma or even have gone through some things in their past relationships, and something that might happen in your connection with them could be a red flag for them, and that makes them say, you know what, hold on, this is still a wound, this is still here, I need to slow down and take my time. Yes, I do have feelings towards you, but I also feel like I need to protect myself, because maybe vulnerability is something this person is still working on, right? Is allowing themselves to be more open and more vulnerable and trust that the situation is okay for them to kind of open up with that. So yeah, I'm feeling like the person has romantic feelings towards you. They feel the intensity, they feel the attraction, they feel the desire, but they're also allowing their ego to kind of get in the way, in that it is creating a lot of this maybe self-limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging type of behavior, overthinking things, overanalyzing, allowing fear to kind of get in the way. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of where you're seeing this energy of that Knight of Pentacles, is just feeling I need to be very cautious about this. I need to take my time. I want to make sure that I'm making the right decision, that it is the right move to or turn to, or even allow this connection to continue forward. So let's go into our oracle here. How do they actually feel towards you? Pile number 3. How do they actually feel towards you? Missing you. It says, their life feels empty without you. They miss you more than words can say, but think it's too late to fix things. Okay. So how do they actually feel? We have hopeful. And it says they are opening themselves to love, allowing themselves to dream and plan because you give their life meaning. We also have telepathy. That's what I was saying earlier with that. It says the telepathy you share cannot be ignored. Your words are slowly leaving imprints upon their heart. How do they feel? We also have gossip here. It says there's a lot of gossip that surrounds this relationship that is affecting not only their judgment, but their vision too. So this almost makes me feel like maybe your person has some, maybe family members, maybe friends, I don't know, parents, siblings, anybody that can be involved that's kind of feeding into this person, you know, maybe swaying their decision in some way. Okay, other people talking. Let's go into this one here. Okay, so how they actually feel towards you, how free. We have the phone call, expression of interest, wanting to talk, and also communication is key. How do they actually feel like they want to talk to, communicate? Look at that. We have gossip here twice. Wow. It says gossiping about you, worried others will talk, and also heard rumors about you. Okay. How they actually feel. So maybe that gossip here could also be why this 8 of Swords and 9 of Swords is here. Okay, for some of you. So take that how it resonates. Maybe there are people that are talking about you guys. Like I said, friends, a family, who knows, coworkers, if they confide in people at work, how they actually feel towards you. We have finality here, and it says permanent ending, no more chances, goodbye to the old. And then we also have timing here. It says bad timing, waiting for the right time, and also patience is needed. So it makes me feel like your person has really mixed feelings towards you. Because on one hand, they want to open up their heart, they feel these romantic feelings, but on the other hand, they're allowing all of this other energy to kind of block here. You know, so it's we've got finality here twice. Finality here twice. This makes me feel like some of you are broken up, or if they're questioning whether or not they should walk away from the connection, they should just end it. They should just let it go. I feel like a lot of outside influence for somebody that is affecting this. So it makes me kind of feel like as far as their feelings, they're very much on the fence, you know, with allowing this to continue, or for those of you that are broken up, whether or not you will or won't get back together, you know, with this person. Let's see what else here. How do they actually feel towards you? Pile number 3. Healing. Okay, so this person focusing on feeling. How they actually feel sadness. And we have opposites attract. Okay. So they maybe feel like the two of you guys are opposites of each other. And they're still attracted here. Still feeling drawn to you. Feeling sad. Working on healing. How do they actually feel? And we have go within. Okay. So to me, this is also maybe this person feels like they need time for themselves. They need time to really reflect, maybe to heal, right? To look within themselves for answers instead of going to the outside, friends, family, looking for answers outside themselves, that they need that time alone. They need time to think. They need time to heal, and really think about what to do, especially those of you that have broken up with this person and whether or not they want to get back together. Is kind of what I'm seeing here. Okay, yeah. So they may feel like they need time right now for themselves. Maybe they're choosing to isolate themselves. This person is withdrawn here. Okay, silence, frozen stillness, no words. Maybe some of you may go periods of no contact with this person. You're trying to find out, like, why, what's going on with them, right? We definitely have some things that this person is kind of working through here. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it here for you, pile number 3. I hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next